wakaanza kurushiana maneno. Kwa hii life naambianga watu usijipate pahali unarushiana maneno na Abel. Kama unajipenda. Umsa anaandikanga script ya 2 hours na imejaa matusi. Kama unajipenda.
Okay, then how did you get casted then into Tahidi? And what year? First year, second year?
Second year.
Second year?
Yes, so now second year, see now Abel and myself, we are getting the main roles. And we're good at this. So we go to the provincials, at Asjaisahau in RTI, which had, at the end of the, whatever it had, a sad ending, because there were riots and our school bus got banned.
Banned?
Tunakuanga na mdomo, hiyo ndio shida yetu. Nenda kuongea vibaya kwa shule ya wenyewe.
What is RTI?
Railway Training Institute.
Okay, so that's where now the provincials
were being held.
So explain to somebody who doesn't understand, you know, we're
Uze.
different generation.
Yeah.
So what was the system like for Drama Festival? Or even to people who are watching this from abroad, that they can understand the...
Okay, so Kenya National Schools and Colleges Drama Festivals is a thing run by the government. There are a few things the government does right. So right from pre-unit, kindergarten, we have drama festivals once a year. And so back then it was district level. We used to have districts, provinces, and then nationals. So yeah, I'm sure it's may change because of counties.
Yes.
So you'd start off from a district level. So there'd be things like solo verse, narratives, plays, stage plays, choral verses.
Were there dances?
And dances, traditional dances. There were very many categories. So you first start off from the district level. Then the top 3 schools in each category advances to provincials.
Nairobi is a bad example to use because Nairobi at that time was a district, a province.
Yeah.
But for example, in Nyeri, or in Central Province, you would start with Nyeri being the district.
District, for example. I hope I'm not lying to people.
Yeah.
And then, and now you'd go to Central.
Okay.
So in Central, you're meeting schools from Murang'a, from Nyeri, from Kiambu.
Yeah.
And then you're competing provincially. And then from provincials, the top 3 advance to nationals.
And you guys were doing plays, you're not doing, you are either
we used to do plays and dances, kila kitu.
Oh, even you?
Yes. Abel and myself used to be a crossboard.
Oh.
Yeah, so Abel, I mean, because the narratives, he has the comedic element and comedic timing. So he was very good at narratives. So that's what he specialized in.
And you?
Myself, I used to do solo verses, but should I say unfortunately or fortunately, Dennis Mugo, OJ from Tahidi, was a class. So I was always under his understudy because Deno is one of the best actors in this country. So I never got to do a solo verse, but now for stage plays, I was always there, dances as well. Yeah.
And now as an actor, guys knew you as, I'm trying to go back to that time. Right now we know you as the silent force behind the plays, the producer, the executive producer, the guy bringing the whole production together. But then you are the actor. When you look at Denzel, but you were kicking Abel's ass.
Still an actor. Once an actor, always an actor.
Yes.
But believe it or not, even back then, I was doing a lot of the administrative work. I was doing, like now this new drama club that we opened, I was doing everything behind the scenes.
Okay.
From the writing to the logistics to the running. I remember once after we did one of the shows, at the end of the show, there's a gentleman, a friend of ours called Jimmy, we were with in Kole. He was to give the vote of thanks. And so I was the chairman for this new club. But even in the other club, the Powerhouse, I still had a title. I forget. And then and then Bado tuko Tahidi. I remember he genuinely said, Phil, I don't know how you do this. How are you able to run all these things by yourself? That is a superpower. And I remember those words because now even when I went into my professional life to date, like I'm able to juggle so many things at the same time. And that has become my superpower.
You know, we didn't spend a lot of time talking about it in your childhood, but then, you know, there's a bit where you talked about going to your dad's businesses and collecting and paying rent. You talked about going to get your house. So there's a level of behind the scenes that you already become a professional in.
Yes. I could manage several things at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a muscle that was inculcated, of course, when I was much younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at this time now, when you go to this school, okay, continue. I want to find out how they
how I got into.
Hey, Phil is giving the tea. Abel aliwacha hizi story. Hapa ndio tunapata the tea.
The tea. Yes. So, how I got into now Tahidi. Yes. So in second year, it's the second run of drama festivals. Now, Abel and myself at this point are at the peak now. We are the ones headlining the shows. I remember for that drama festivals at the provincials, I took best actor. He came in as runners up.
Wow.
Best actor. And now in the audience, the assistant director then for Tahidi High was in the audience.
Phil, just stop.
Yes.
You are good. I'm just trying to put a point here.
Yeah.
From the whole country, you were voted as the best actor.
Yes.
You know, this is insane. Like, you are an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this in context with your whole story. You've not talked about acting. Are you getting?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not taking this for granted. It's not that you are, the whole of Dago Ujaongea, you're acting, the whole of Primo, the whole of...
Yeah.
So suddenly this thing was in you. It was just given room to breathe.
I was home.
You were home.
I was where I was accepted for who I was, and they gave me the wings to fly. Kenya Institute of Mass Communication was home.
But why did you become so good in acting? I'm not hearing experience.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe throw in, I don't know. Oh, the years I used to method act.
Oh,
and
yes. I get it.
Those, I think that's why, because I never used to do it actively. But whenever I'd watch a film, I'd act out the lines and the role of the main character. So maybe there.
Wow.
And then there's something also I've come to see with actors. They're natural born talented people, actors, performers. I'd put Abel there. Like, Abel, akiingia tu hapa anze kupiga story. We even call him a cult leader. Like, Abel will walk into a space and before long there's a crowd forming around him. Like, he's that entertaining. And then there are performers and actors who study it. Now I'm one of those. I'm not the most interesting person when I walk into a room. But if you give me a role, I will study into it. I will give the character a lot of background information. It will help me. I will rehearse more than the average person. Okay. So by the time I get on stage, I'm at par. Remember, like something like Tahidi, we were casted around the same time. They know OJ was casted slightly earlier, but we got into Tahidi, the three of us at the same time. OJ, Dennis Mugo, Freddie, Abel Mutua, and myself. And I'd always find myself in a scene with these two. Now, these two had been acting all the way from primary school. They're really good, and they're super energetic. And they have that charisma. Yep. When they walk into a room, you will notice them. And I have to step up. So I really used to rehearse. By the time I'm getting on set with them, like, I've done crazy rehearsals.
Nice. Yeah. Will Smith says, I may not be the best, I'm not the most talented, but I'll outwork you any day.
That is me.
That's you.
Me. Yeah.
What let me help somebody here. What makes a good actor? What do you look for when you're casting? What's your definition of this is a good actor?
There are levels but after doing this for about 20 years now, 2 decades, directing, I like actors who do not give me the same thing on the second take. What I mean with that is I can tell an actor who has been rehearsing and they have rehearsed every single element of that performance. And so even if you do 2 or 3 takes, they'll still give you the same thing. But I love an actor who is in the moment. You have rehearsed. But when I say action, you feed off the energy of that set. For example, you might have rehearsed that you're going to be having this conversation with Richie. And like right now, Richie has this serious stance about him. But you get in the room, and for that day, Richie just decides, I'm going to be in a jovial, happy, laughing mood. So you're not going to give me the same reactions you'd have given me if Richie is serious. Now you're going to mirror how Richie is delivering to you.
To adaptability.
Adaptability. I say 5% talent, 95% work ethic. People think acting is fun. Acting is a lot of work. Because what you're given is a paper, a script. A piece of paper, there's a character called Richie. And in the show, he's supposed to be interviewing guys. No one has given you the background for Richie. You don't know why Richie is doing CTA. It's you as an actor to develop that character. So you sit down with your script and you go like, okay, who is Richie? Which neighborhood did Richie grow in? What's Richie's temperament? What influences did he have? So by that, you do all that homework, and no one is giving you this whatevers. So by the time you get on set, you know Richie.
You are Richie.
Yes. So that if something happens on the side, there's a way Richie will react. Because Richie ni cool kid. So kuna mauru ya ghetto atakuwa nayo. Unajua? Na wewe, the person playing Richie, maybe you're from Dandora, but now Richie is a cool kid. So you have to, exactly. So for me, the best actor, someone who will give me that raw, being in the moment performance, where I'm watching you and I'm not seeing the rehearsal. You're here. I can tell the experience, yes, is there. And that helps me when I'm casting a lot as well. Yeah.
You know, I want to plug in your movie here. And I'm going to just be honest.
Yeah.
Guys can take it how they're going to take it.
Yeah.
When I watch a movie, I don't think, my head doesn't decide this is a Kenyan movie or this is an American movie. My head decides this is a movie.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
So there's a lot of movies that I feel people are acting.
Yeah.
I can feel that the guy action was said, and I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
But I just feel that you're acting.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Click, click, bang.
Yeah.
Wow. That's where you got me. And most importantly, Jackie Vike. My future wife in another life.
Oh.
I said it.
Yeah. Has she been here? Vike, kuja hapa hivi. Nishakutafutia mtu, ni nini ingine?
But I saw her act, and I saw a completely different person from the person who I had seen on social media.
Yeah.
I believed the actor. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
That's when I was like, wow. And I got hooked. This, makosa ni yangu, Pascal, I started asking my wife, Pascal, kila kitu ko sawa. You know, like I believed the actor and the delivery of all of these things.
Right.
What I'm trying to just say is, your movies, and if you haven't watched Click Click Bang, and we're going to talk about all the others.
Yeah.
And Makosa ni yangu. First of all, let's start with Makosa ni yangu. That the brilliance of every actor in delivering
their role.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's why I started watching at midnight and stayed hooked. And me, I'm not a guy of those things.
Yeah.
Even in American movies, I fall asleep.
Yeah.
I'm not trying. You get? So I'm saying that to say, that's what I was asking you. What do you look for in an actor? Because you're casting right.
Yes.
You're casting right.
Yes. And I've gotten to a point of now I'm starting to believe this title called director. I think for you to be a director, you need to see the best in people. And I think for you to be a leader, whatever title you'll be given, your core job is to give the people you're working with enough good room for them to give you their best. So so for me, all the actors that you've mentioned, I've been seeing them in other performances, and then there's just like a brilliance I spot. I can't tell you how, but with Makosa Ni Yangu, Pascal, I've always known Pascal can give me. Do you know how I casted Pascal? Nilipata Abel aweka hapo kwa disco yake. So with Makosa Ni Yangu, we had already decided that I was not the one going to direct it, and that's important when you know yourself and your strength. Click, click, bang. That one I was going to direct. Why? I grew up in the ghetto. I saw the violence. I saw the thuggery. I saw Makosa Ni Yangu is about gender-based violence. I have never seen violence at our home. So I was very clear, that's not my story.
Powerful.
Yeah. But Abel has experienced it. I think he's talked about it before in his stories. He saw violence in his home, the mom being beat up. So this was very personal to him. So I was very clear that Makosa Ni Yangu is not my story. I can't bring it to life the best way. So he was heavy into the casting. They are not getting the right character. And so I had a very small convo with him. Nilipata hapa ako stressed. Ananiambia manzi umse wa kuplay Saint juu. Tume audition wasi wengi but bado.
And that bado is I'm not believing you. Or what is that bado?
It's, you know, we were looking for that guy. So when na sasa hapa tutakuwa tuna nini? Tunaharibia watu, tunapea watu spoilers.
Don't haribu, but at least just
for that particular character we needed a guy who's likable. Like someone you'd not label as a wife beater or a woman beater. Very charming. And that guy can switch and become just the most evil person. So I told him, so what you're looking for is the character played by Leonardo DiCaprio on Django Unchained. He said, yes! Uyo! Because Leonardo DiCaprio is very likable, very...
And then,
and Django Unchained, he was some evil, racist guy. You know, that sweet. And I just told him, Pascal is play your role. He lit up, it's like, Buddha! He called Pascal immediately. So, and Pascal is someone I've seen performing right from high school. I saw the brilliance in Pascal right from high school. Jackie Vike. I had never known Jackie Vike until Nairobi Half-Life. Nairobi Half-Life, Jackie Vike plays a very small role.
I don't even know she's there.
Yes.
What?
And everyone talks about Nairobi Half-Life. For me, that scene, it's almost at the beginning of the film. Jackie is playing a prostitute in a brothel. Na alirusha maneno. I remember watching. I came out of the film, whatever. I was like, who's that chick? Anaitwa Jackie Vike. Patieni namba yake. I called her the next day. I don't know if she even remembers. I told her, Jackie, najua tujai meet, ujui mimi ni nani, mimi naitwa Phil, na kuanga tahidi nini. Niliwatch Nairobi Half-Life. You're really, really good. That's all I told her. This is Nairobi Half-Life was released when? 2012.
Yeah.
I've worked with Vike 10 years later. So the entire time, I remember her performance. I'm like, in this life, if there's someone else I want to work with and show people another side, is Vike. I know we know her as Awinja, which she does really well. So when I got this role on Click Click Bang, I was like, Vike is playing this role. By the kila mtu aliniuliza, tuendelea ma. Yeah. So kila mtu aliniuliza, Vike, Jackie Vike. But there's something I'd seen 10 years ago. And I think that's where the title director comes from. I'm able to see these glimpses of brilliance. I don't know how. Even Makosani yangu, the lady playing Nafisa, Mel, Pambo Mel. Most people in the industry know her as a hair and makeup artist, because that's how she's. But just we've worked with her on a couple of projects, talking to her and seeing how she relates to the story. When the script came like this, Abel alinipigia the first time aliniambia story ya Makosani yangu. Nikamshia story unanipigia. The only person in my head who can play it is Mel. And it was there. It was decided, and let's go with it.
Yeah. Hey, there's a lot you're saying. There's a lot I'm hearing. First and foremost, I'm hearing that even though you're a good actor, even though you're the most brilliant actor, that acting and the scripts have to tie in.
Yes.
So sometimes you wait. Some, like what the examples of Jackie Vike. It's not that you even Pascal. It's not that you've not seen them.
No.
You just know I don't have the story rights.
Yes.
For you.
Absolutely.
Then secondly, it doesn't matter even if you played 2 seconds of a movie.
Yeah.
I didn't see Jackie Vike in Nairobi Half-Life.
Yeah.
I've never even heard anybody talk about Jackie Vike in Nairobi Half-Life.
Yes.
Till now I want to go and watch that scene.
Please go. Please go. And it's something so small. And for me, Yani, the things that I notice are so minuscule. Like even Makosani yangu, and I've not even had this convo yet with Mel, who plays Nafisa. The things that just jump out for me is when she's asleep and she's waking up. A lot of actors, you can tell they were acting. They're asleep and then they'll be very dramatic in how they wake up. For her, it's unnoticeable. But for me, I'm like, yes, yes.
Oh my God!
Like it's so believable, and how there's a scene how she looks at Pascal, and you can tell the desire. For me, it's not even the lines or the it's very small things.
Bro, you're a good director because now you're making me understand why I believed the movie.
Yeah.
Because sometimes as a viewer, we can't articulate what it is that we feel you have acted. We don't have the lingo. But maybe it's something small as the way that person woke up.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yes.
Me sijawahi ona msi akiamka.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's actually true. I watched her being chapward but still liking the guy. I saw that toxicity that she was hooked on to.
Yeah, absolutely.
All to say, go to philipstv.com.
Yes.
It doesn't matter where you are in the world. And we're going to be talking about his platform.
Yeah.
Watch that movie. Pay the 250 bob, pay the $5, pay whatever it is that you'll pay. No, and more, it is not limited to just that. Download that movie.
Yes.
That's a segue. That was free acting lesson for guys here. Class in session.
Yeah.
Lakini sahi turudi. So tidy high. You're at that place.
Yes.
All this, we went down this rabbit hole kwa sababu ulishinda best actor.
Yeah.
What happens mpaka wanachoma bus?
History I think Abel ali tell before, because I was never there. Again, I was always the guy. Yes, I'm on stage acting, but I'm also an official with the club. So I'm also doing the running around behind the scenes. So apparently, unajua tu kawaida, in this rivalry between institutions.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they went to rehearse. Wakaanza kusumbua watu wa RTI, Railway Training Institute. Wakaanza kurushiana maneno. Kwa hii life naambianga watu, usijipate pahali unarushiana maneno na Abel. Kama unajipenda. Umsa anaandikanga script ya 2 hours na imejaa matusi. Kama unajipenda, don't get into a war of words. So walipewa maneno. Walikach. Yo. Go to, because I can't really tell this story as well as Abel does, but he's narrated it on his channel.
Yes, okay.
But it went from 0 to 100 so quick. I didn't know what was happening. So mi nasikia tu kelele, but finally naambiwa, by the way, wase RTI wamejam kuna noma. But me na Deno, again, ugetu inakwanga kitu ingine. Umauru too. I walked through, just Dennis and myself, OJ, we walked through hundreds of RTI students who are begging for our blood. Musema ni God, Jumis Juangi ni nini. Because I was like, I'm leaving this institution. Minatoka. And we started walking. Tumezungukwa na students. Wanasema, hao ni wa mass. Tuwachome. I'm just walking. And I walked and I got to the gate and I got to the other side. Just Deno and myself, just the two of us. Everyone else from our college was trapped inside. So Abel tells the story better because alikuwa ndani.
Okay.
But what happened is eventually Abel talked to wasiwa NYS, because the NYS, those are military like guys, and they'd come with those lorries of theirs. So they took all the chicks from our college, wakawarusha kwa lorry NYS. That's how the chicks got out of the institution. Now only the guys were left there. And it was a running battle. It's a riot. Stones are being thrown. There are very few. We're in their institution. So they had to run. I think walitoka through my fence. Like any way you could get out, walitoka. And the students from RTI got a hold of our bus and they burnt it down.
Wow.
I think to date, even the shell is still there, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Abel has told this story. And it was
okay.
It was bad.
Link to that in the description. Yeah. I mean, the link to that story on Abel's channel. Yeah. It's in the comments, pinned.
But that's something else. Sorry to cut you short.
No.
In my now later on, I understand it, and I now see the cycle of violence. Abel has narrated so many stories where me and him have been in such violent incidences. And if you meet Abel and myself, violence is not something that
I'm so confused.
Yes, I know. But it goes back to familiarity of the environments you grow in. We both grew up, Dandora, Kibera. We both grew up in very violent environments. So somehow, drama and violence kind of draws us in. You don't even realize it. But yeah. Wow. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Okay, let's take a break. When we come back, we hear how
Uli
joined IDI.
Okay.